But Leeds, I thought, were really energetic, really positive. They had much less possession than Wolves, but they pressed and pushed and forced Wolves into mistakes. And Lopetegui was understandably furious with the mistakes that Wolves had made. But Javi Gracia, if he can get some kind of form for Leeds, which he has done in the last few games, I think they've won 2 out of the last 4, then that's everything, like we said at the minute, in the bottom half of the table, isn't it? I think Leeds, based on this result, look like a positive atmosphere at the minute. And there's not many clubs can say that down there, is there?
No, and I think obviously who made a big impact in this game, Nonto coming into that lineup. I just feel like he offers a different dimension to that Leeds attack, and when he's not in it, it's very evident they are just nowhere near as threatening. And obviously he made the first goal, didn't he, for Harrison? That was probably the best goal of the game. Well, maybe apart from Johnny's, but
I was going to say you're missing an obvious one there. But no, I see what you mean. Yeah. I think the craft behind it, and obviously to get Nonto into the spaces he was into. I mean, he was pushing for a while to get into space before that goal actually went in, but he was always a threat, wasn't he? And I think whoever they had playing down those flanks and pressuring the Wolves backline did the same job. They brought Christensen on as well in place of Nonto, and that's how he got his goal within minutes of coming on. Pressured the defender, got the ball and scored. So yeah, Leeds' energy worked really well for them.
Yeah, I think, let's not forget, it's never easy coming into, 2/3 of the way through the season and being given the task of keeping, obviously, a team up. So, I mean, they will definitely be highlighting certain things which Leeds haven't been doing quite right. Obviously, they've struggled to score goals of late. He's come in there and obviously score 4 goals in a game. It's always a dream for any coach, especially when you're down at the bottom. So it's definitely something to build upon. They can only now really build on this momentum that they've created in this game. And I think the thing for me as well, Patrick Bamford, obviously, he's not been great of late. They've just struggled to really have somebody up there, I think, up top, who's been able to sort of connect things all together. For obviously sort of the wide men to play off of. And if they can just carry on creating chances and create opportunities, well, let's not forget, we have always been this high energy team, Leeds, since they've obviously come back into the Premier League with, pundits have been glowing in the praise for them. They can definitely carry this on. It's just a matter of, I think it's those moments where they have lost concentration in certain moments, so that their defence is probably not their strongest area of the pitch.
True.
It's obviously there's going to be plenty of games now until the end of the season. I think I'm not sure what sort of run they've got coming up.
It's tough, actually. I think they've got Arsenal next at the start of April. And then following that, they've got a massive clash against Forest and then Crystal Palace. So the next 3 make or break in some ways, aren't they? But then every game is at the minute.
The Forest and the Palace game, they should be looking at those, really. They should be looking not to lose because obviously 2 of those teams are right at the bottom with them. I don't think they should fear anything, though, particularly against Palace, the way Palace are playing at the moment. Forest.
I think it's the kind of approach they play as well. They've got Liverpool after that run of games as well, and I think they're the kind of games where they could bully a team into mistakes. And I think a few of those teams have got mistakes.
Well, they beat Liverpool early in the season.
Exactly. There's maybe only Arsenal, I think, in the next game where you think maybe that's a free hit. Maybe they're not going to win that one. But the rest of them, you could easily get sort of 6-9 points out of that, couldn't they, really?